Okay, today's lesson we're really looking at is adding or subtracting and even multiplying polynomials. Okay, we're going to add, subtract, multiply polynomials. And again, polynomials, I'm going to put that on there too. We know that polynomials have whole number exponents. Okay, we have to know that. That's what makes a polynomial. Polynomial is whole number exponents. But polynomials are easy because of whole numbers. We're going to get to some stuff in here that are going to be much more difficult when we start to go away from whole number exponents. Okay. So, what makes Algebra 2 Algebra 2? Well, one thing is that it takes your Algebra 1 concepts and makes them bigger. You can see these problems are much bigger than what you saw in Algebra 1, right? And the second thing is we're going to, because they're bigger problems, we will do different techniques, okay? Today's lesson is just a matter of bigger problems, okay? Tomorrow is going to be something brand new, okay? So let's take a look at it, okay? So, simplify the following. So when we add, we want to add like terms. Okay? And all I want you to do is just watch. I'm not going to do any more than this. You don't have to write this down. But when you're adding polynomials, I like to say it's like just adding. It's like having a bag full of stuff, okay? And if I have inside the bag, I put it inside the bag. Okay, here's my bag. Everybody see my bag? So what's inside the bag?
X's.
How many X's?
4.
And what else is in the bag?
X squared.
Right. Now, are there any X cubes?
No.
No, of course not. So when I add, don't make X cubes. There are no X cubes, right? There's really going to be a 3X squared plus a 4X, right? And some kids want to add those and make X cubes, but there's no X cubes. What's in the bag? Is that a nice way to see why you don't add exponents? What do you have? So if I'm going to add things, okay, I've got a 3X cubed minus 3X cubed. So those are just going to cancel out. You guys agree? Boom, boom. Negative 5X squared and a negative 2X squared. Put them together, I get a negative 7X squared. I've got a 5X and a positive 4X makes a positive 9X. And I've got a negative 6 and a positive 3 makes a negative 3. And with like terms, what's in the bag? That's what's in the bag. Don't add those, right? That's what's in the bag. We're done.
Nice.
That's it, right? That's not too hard.
What's in the bag?
Yeah. Example 2. Okay, in example 2, same thing. Let's add like terms. Sometimes they're a little bit tricky to see what's the like terms, but this is an xy, and this is an xy, okay? So I'm going to put those two together, okay? 3xy and a minus 2xy makes a 1xy, right? Okay, again, add like terms. So I have a x squared y, which is different than an xy squared, right? And x squared y is different than xy squared, so I've got an x squared y here, and I've got an x squared y here. I've got 5 plus 4 makes 9x squared y. And then finally, our last thing is I've got my xy squared, I've got a xy squared, I put those together. I've got a negative 3 and a positive 5 makes a positive 2xy squared. And they're different. Don't add them. Okay, what's in the bag? We've got xy's, we've got x squared y's, and we've got xy squares. Okay, that's what's in the bag. Okay, don't add them. That's my answer. Thumbs up?
Yep.
It's not too bad. Okay, now, again, when you subtract, it's because of the parentheses. You want to subtract all of this, which we have to be careful because we're going to subtract a negative 5x squared. We're going to subtract a 5x, and we're going to subtract a negative 11. When we subtract a negative 11, it's like really adding. If you do it your own way, if you want to, me personally, I've learned over the years that with you guys, most time it's better to say, let's just add a negative. I'll say it again. We want to add a negative. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to change this negative to a plus and bring it through. So I'm basically going to bring the negative through, bring the negative through, bring the negative through. So make it a plus. And that makes that a negative 4x, a positive, negative, and positive. So I'm adding a negative. I just brought the negative through. And then technically I could drop the parentheses. I'm not going to, but technically I can drop the parentheses. So now I've got a 5x cubed. Subtract a 4x cubed makes a 1x cubed. I've got a negative 4x squared and a positive 5x squared. It gives me a positive 1x squared. I've got a 3x, subtract a 5x makes a negative 2x. I've got a negative 1 and a positive 10 makes a positive 10. Negative 1, positive 11 makes a negative 10. Okay? How's that? And again, I think it's easier to push the negative 3. It's because of the parentheses, all right? Example 4. Find the perimeter. All right. Perimeter means to add all the way around. So I have this, plus this, plus this, plus this, right? Now, I don't know this side, but I can probably figure this side out. This side is going to be a 2x plus another 2x plus 1. So this side is going to be a 4x plus 1. Okay, think about it. Okay, watch. 2x plus 1, right? So the length of the far side is 2x, and 2x plus 1 makes a 4x plus 1, right? And this base is going to be an x plus 2 and x plus 3, but how about a 2x plus 5? You okay with that? Yeah. So I know this is x plus 2, this is x plus 3, so this whole side is going to be a 2x plus 5. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So then all I'm going to do is just add them up, okay? So perimeter, add like terms. I'm going to start right here in the corner, just add them up, okay? You ready? Let's just do this. X plus 2x makes 3x, 4x, 5, 6 x's, 7, 8 x's, 12 x's. Okay? Perimeter equals 12x. I'll do it again. Want me to do it again?
How did you get the 4x on that side?
Okay, great. So here is 2x. From here to here is 2x, and from here to here is 2x.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay. So let's add again. If you didn't see it, one more time. I'm going to add the x's. X, 3 x's, 4 x's, 5, 6 x's, 7, 8 x's, 12 x's. Everybody see that? And
Would
that
this side be 5x?
what's
Or like, where you said 4x plus 1, but, oh wait, no.
that's okay. So then I got to add the numbers, right? Because like terms, I've got 2 plus 3 makes 5, 6, 11, 12. There's my perimeter. And if I knew what the value of x is, if I said, okay, let's let x equal 10, we could plug it in. Okay, if I knew what x was, we could just plug it in, then we'd know the size of the figure, okay? Not too bad. Okay, turn the page. Am I going too fast? Am I okay? Okay, turn the page. Okay, now, Lily, go ahead and say it again. What am I going to do?
Multiply,
Now, why do you know that?
because there's no plus or minus in between each parenthesis.
You guys agree with it? There's an invisible times. We don't need to write it. Thank you, Lily. But we're going to have to multiply twice in this case. So first, I like to do these two first. Ignore the first part. This is just my preference. It won't make any difference if you do it the way. This is my preference. So you ready? X times 2x is a 2x squared plus a 5x minus a 8x minus 20, right? Let's combine like terms. We can put those two together, right? So I have a 2x squared minus a 3x minus 20. Okay, now step back. I'll bring down the first term, okay? So we still have this x plus 2 here, but I can do that. Okay, I can do that. Ready? We're going to get a 2x cubed minus a 3x squared minus a 20x. So I multiply the x, the first term x, into all three of these. Okay. And then I'll multiply the 2 all the way through, but I'll let you get caught up, okay? I'm getting ahead of you, aren't I? That's right. So now I will multiply that, and I'll get a 4x squared. I like to line them up. Minus 6x minus a 40. And I like to line up like terms because it just makes it easier for me to go plus, right? So if I line up the x squareds and the x's, it just makes it easy for me to add. So I get a 2x cubed plus a 1x squared minus a 26x minus 40. And again, what's in the bag? X cubes, x squareds, x's, and numbers. You cannot add them because they're all different, aren't they? Okay? That's what's mine. How am I doing? We're doing okay? All right, slide it up. Okay. All right, example 6. Well, that's not hard. It's just like what we just did, isn't it? So we'll go 3x times all three of these terms. So I'll get a 15x cubed minus a 12x squared plus a 6x. Is this easy? Is this easy, you guys? And then I'll take the 2 and multiply the 2 to all three terms. I'll get a 10x squared, and I like to line them up. Makes it easier to add them for me. Line them up, and I'm going to get a negative 8x. I got positive 4, okay? Am I going too fast? Okay, I'll slow down for a second, okay? Now I've got them all lined up, and I'm just going to add straight down, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and add straight down, okay? 15x cubed minus 2x squared minus 2x plus 4, okay? Okay, and I'm trying to take my time. If I get going too fast, will you let me know? So far, so good. Okay, last one. Super foil. It's giant foil. It's monster foil, right? So we're going to multiply the 2x squared through all of these. We'll multiply the 4 through all these and the 3 through all these. And I really like to line them up because if you stretch them all the way out, it's too long. Plus, it makes it harder to find the terms that go together, okay? So, are you ready? I'm going to go first. 2x squared times x squared times 5x times the negative 2, right? So I will get a 2x to the 4th because we're going to add, we're adding exponents, right? We're add exponents. Okay, so I'm going to get a 2x to the 4th plus a 10x cubed minus a 4x squared. Okay, so I multiply the 2x squared all the way through, right? Then, let's bring the 4 through. 4x squared. We're going to bring the 4x through, the 4x times the x squared, the 4x times the 5x, and the 4x times the negative 2. We'll multiply that through, and we'll get a 4x cubed. I'm going to put that right here. I like to line them up. Then I'm going to get a 20x squared. Put it here. And then I'm going to get a negative 8x. How am I doing? And finally, I'll multiply through the 3. I'll go the 3 times the x squared, 3 times the 5x, and 3 times the negative 2, and I'll get a 3x squared. Line them up. I'll get a positive 15x and a negative 6. How am I doing? Okay. Then I'll get a 2x to the 4th plus a 14x cubed. Oh, let's see. That's probably going to be a 19x squared is my guess. Positive 7x minus 6. And again, what's in the bag? It's x to the 4th, right? X cubes, x to the 5ths, x's, right? So you don't add them. That's what's in the bag, all right? So, easy?
Yeah.
All right. Let's wake you up. Let's play 21 for a change.